Which of the following has the lowest pKa value? So to approach this problem, the first thing we need to do is to remind ourselves of what it means for something to have a low pKa value. So the lower the pKa, the stronger the acid. So if we are looking for the one that has the lowest pKa value, we are looking for the strongest acid. And so in an earlier chapter, we learned a trend for predicting the strength of an acid based on its structure. And the trend that we looked at before was the cardio trend. Right? And so the C in cardio stands for charge. This is what tells us that if we had, say, a positive charge on one of these oxygens that has a hydrogen, that would be a stronger acid. A is for atom. So we would look for a hydrogen that's attached to an electronegative atom or a larger atom. R is for resonance. D is for dipole induction. And O is for orbital. So if we're looking at all of these acids, we don't have a charge, so atom, we have carbons and hydrogens and oxygens, so we should be looking at the hydrogens attached to the more electronegative oxygen. And we should also notice that 3 of these structures are carboxylic acids, so they will have resonance that stabilizes the conjugate base. So this is the general conjugate base of a carboxylic acid. And so we can see the resonance stabilization that charge is shared between the 2 oxygens. So we can get rid of that alcohol right away. And then what we want to do is compare the 3 carboxylic acids. And 2 of these have benzene rings. We've got additional resonance, so those would be more acidic than the cyclohexane. And so now we need to compare these 2 benzoic acid derivatives. And we should notice that the difference between them is here we have an unsubstituted benzoic acid. And here we have a substituted benzoic acid. And so whether the substituted benzoic acid is a stronger or weaker acid than the benzoic acid itself depends on what that substituent group is. So if your substituted benzoic acid has an electron withdrawing group, it will be a stronger acid than benzoic. And if it has an electron donating group, it will be a weaker acid. And so what we would need to recognize here is that this nitro group is an electron withdrawing group. And so that means that D would be the strongest acid.